Hey guys, Be Twice here. Today is Saturday, June 12th. I want to take a look at Corsair Gaming. It was something that I was trading for a little while back when it was pumping several months ago when it hit around all-time highs, and then on these pullbacks I was trading a little bit, and then I really hadn't been paying attention to it. And then I noticed on Friday that it was pretty low, or maybe Thursday, and then I saw Friday at pump, so I figured I would look at Elliot wave theory on, see if I can make some sense of what it's doing and figure out if it will be tradable here in these upcoming weeks. And I am kind of seeing a somewhat bullish setup, or at least a tradable setup. So let's go over this. Basically, what I'm seeing here is that the entire structure from when it IPO'd is a wave one, and that we were pulling back for a wave two. So when you have a correction and you're going down for your wave two, generally you end at the 61.8. And we did get close to that. So let's go over what I basically saw here. All right, so what I'm seeing is that we peaked for one. I put a trend line, this red trend line, so we're in a downtrend. Obviously, it's pretty obvious that we are. I see a five-wave impulse down to give us an A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our A, and I'm seeing kind of a triangle here, a running triangle. I see it popping up for an A, pulling back for a B. Then we have an A, B, C to give us our purple C. We have a D, and then we go up to finish our E, which gives us our wave B. Generally, when you have these triangles and you're in a bearish setup, you break to the downside after you finish off with an E. If you're in a bullish setup, then your E would be on the bottom and you break to the upside. So we've checked that box. Now what I'm seeing here is that we had a five-wave move down to get to our C, and this is why I think it is bottom. So if you do an extension from your peak down to A, and then you extend it off of where B topped, which is right here, it's usually the 100% extension, and that's pretty much exactly where we hit. We hit right between the 100% extension and the 61.8. So I'm saying this was bottom. So we had our wave 5 was here, which was our C, which I'm calling 2. So I'm saying we have bottom for our wave 2, but now we're kind of stuck trading in this channel because there's a pretty strong resistance here on this purple line at 35. So it looks like we're getting stuck on the 50% a lot too. We're going up, hitting this, kind of stalling a little bit. You can see it's acting as support and resistance at the same time. We're going up, we're hitting this 35 level, which is a pretty strong resistance, and then we're coming down. You can see that it was actually support back here. So obviously it was support back here, now it's resistance. So every time we're coming down, we're hitting right around the 100%. We're going up, we're hitting the purple resistance, and we're coming back down. So it's channel bound right now. But look at this green trend line. It's actually trending upwards, which is a really good sign. So what I'm seeing here, and obviously we pumped 3.3% on Friday, so it looks like other people have been seeing this name as well. We pumped up on Friday. We're getting stuck right here at this 50% level. If we're lucky, we're going to see it turn back down. And if it does turn back down, that's going to be perfect entry because we're going to want to enter on this downslide here somewhere. So if it does pull back early next week, it's a good entry. And then we're hoping that we'll bounce off the trend line. And even if we make it back to the top of the channel, that's a pretty decent win right there. Because if you can get in, around 31.50 and ride it all the way up to 35. That's not a bad play at all, especially because we could see it in a few days. So hopefully we get a little bit of pullback. So if you do play this, you'd want your cut loss to be right underneath this trend line, which is right around 31. Um, if we do get up to this resistance at 35 and we are able to break through this resistance at 35, I see us going up to actually testing the downtrend line, which depending on how quick we do it could be around $40. It does look like that's the next strong resistance, is right around the 40 range, if you can kind of see all these peaks. So with that being said, I do think this is an extremely bullish setup. And we look for pretty much almost any pullback to go long on this stock. So if you guys like these videos, go ahead and hit like and subscribe.